Crypto cap, crypto cap, crypto cap. Oh yeah. Hey everybody, Crypto Cap here. Thanks for checking in as today we take a little visit to the northern coast of Peru to an archaeological site called El Brujo Archeological Complex. Specifically at this site, we're going to visit Huaca Cortada. Cortada is the second most prominent Huaca on this archaeological site that covers about 800 acres. That's an approximate farmer guess right there, but I'll bet it's close. You would never know that Huaca Cortada from the east, from the south, and from the north, you would just never know that underneath all that sand and sediment is a man-made multi-story structure. This is a view from the top of Huaca Cortada to Punta El Brujo. This is Punta El Brujo, where there is still today a current seasonal fishing camp active. Really good fishing grounds. At first glance, my impression was that the cut in the pyramid, since it's viewed directly from the point, was a mariner's aid to aid fishermen in some sort coming home. I was thinking perhaps they had fires that lit it up, and at night you could tell from the ocean at what angle to the point where you were. I was wrong. The cut has absolutely nothing to do with anything other than treasure hunters. As you approach Huaca Cortado from the west, it's only a few hundred yards off the beach and 500-600 yards from Punta El Brujo. From the beach side of Huaca Cortado is this cut immediately visible. This is what we know about this cut. In 1868, Antonio Raimondi, an Italian explorer, adventurer, documented this Huaca. And when he wrote about it, he mentioned nothing of the cut in it. And let me tell you something, you would notice the cut in it and you would mention it because it's just the most incredible feature of this Huaca. What this is, though, is these treasure hunters have gone in, and I've circled the different levels and layers in the back wall of the cut, where it's obvious there were chambers, and those were the burial chambers of the rulers and the elite. So sometime between 1868 and 1926, when we have the next documentation of this Huaca, the cut was made. And those treasures that were in those graves are out there in some private hands somewhere. I hope that I don't know. I hope that someday they might make it into a public museum, or at least allow anthropological documentation of these artifacts, because they must have been fantastic treasures in those tombs. There's a trail that walks around the side and leads to the top of the Huaca. The Huaca is about 70 feet tall. It's almost a 6-story building, I believe, maybe 7-story building. And because of these cuts that have been put in it, we get to see the adobe brick architecture of it, and it is fascinating. These were insanely gifted craftsmen that built this, and in its day, at its peak, between 800 and 1300, it must have been one of the most magnificent structures on Earth. So that is Huaca Calviejo, as viewed from the top of Huaca Cortada. This is the Point El Brujo. Huaca Calviejo, of course, is where the museum and the Lady Cow was discovered. The grounds all around these huacas just show massive evidence of looting. All these pits, perhaps some was done by the Spanish. Although if the Spanish had been there, I don't understand why they would not have cracked the Huaca. Huaca is at the mouth of the Chicama River on the north bank, and it is through human reclamation one of the most fertile pieces of land I've ever seen on Earth. Just as fertile as the Central Valley and Baja California. This is a view of the cut from the top, and you can see the construction. Remember, this cut was only made by treasure hunters. It's not a natural feature. Most likely, the bricks, the adobe bricks that were taken out, were reused in construction in other local areas. The Peruvians are a very ingenious people, and nothing goes to waste. So this is our experience of Huaca Cortada. Thank you for checking it out. Really appreciate if you would like and subscribe. If you stayed this long, I want to make more of these as my video editing skills improve. Thank you. God bless.